Now to the best books to gift the little ones in your life this holiday season. Joining us now with a few recommendations is Laura Walsh, the Chief Program Officer for LINK, or Literacy in Community. And all of these books here are shoppable too. You got the QR code right there. Laura, it's so great to have you. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, so let's start with LINK's mission. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so LINK is a wonderful nonprofit organization. We actually stand for Literacy in Community, so it's LINK with a C at the end. And so LINK envisions a world where every child can read. And so we know that the way to do this is to give parents practical tips and tools that they can put every day into their homes. We actually call them healthy reading habits. So that's what we do.
I love that.
And we were talking about this before we came on, because it's difficult sometimes to pick out a good book for your kids. So what is the top tip for making a recommendation for a book for a child?
Yeah, so the top tip is really let them guide you with their interests. So when I'm in the library or in a bookstore with my kids, I let them take over and take me to the shelves that they want to be at. So if it's interesting to them, you've already won half of the battle. So that's the first tip. The second tip, right, so if you're thinking about an older reader, right, if you have an older child in your life and you're like, can they read this independently? What you're going to want to do is let them read the first few sentences. If it sounds like how you and I are talking right now, chances are they can read that on their own.
Oh, that's a really good little trick to use.
Yeah.
What books do you recommend for younger kids, like babies to 3-year-old range? I've got a 2-year-old at home.
Oh, so exciting. Okay, so an amazing book by a tremendous author. Her name is Susie Jaramillo. She does the Cantico series. So this book is called Feelings. It's a bilingual board book. It's incredible to build something called social emotional vocabulary, and it's an interactive book. So it's like a flap and lift book. So kids are forced to touch the book, feel the book, and it builds early print concepts as well as vocab.
I love that. My niece and nephew, they're in the 3 to 7 range. So what about them?
3 to 7 range, I have a great book recommendation. It's called Penguin Problems. We love this book in my home. I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and so my 8-year-old will read this one to my 5-year-old. Yep, it's by Jory
cover
John.
just
Well,
wraps
that's the thing. I saw this cover and I was like, I'm in. So I guess I'm 3 to 7.
Yep. Well, what I was going to say about this book.
This speaks to me. Can we zoom in? It's way too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all feeling that right now, right?
Yeah.
So this book is incredible because it's interesting for a variety of ages, but I always find with this book that it actually gives me a chuckle as the adult. So I have a good time reading it as well. But this book is incredible because it's interesting, the illustrations are phenomenal, but it also can spark conversations about penguin habitats. And so it's a nonfiction book, but we can start to talk about science. And there's a couple other from the same author that talk about other animal problems.
Cool.
Plus, penguins are the best. Everybody loves
Yeah,
penguins.
very seasonal, too.
All right, so I got 2 kids in middle school. So here, recommendations for kids 8 to 13 years old. How do you pick those books out? That's tough.
So that is where you really, really do have to lean into the interest first, right? So my 8-year-old, sometimes she'll start reading a book, and if it's just not something she's interested in, she's not going to carry through with it. But she loves this book, right? And I think that this book, Magnolia Wu Unfolds It All, is a great kind of first chapter book, like my first big kid book. And it's a tremendous book about, I won't give away the ending, but it's with the backdrop of New York City. Magnolia Wu, her parents own a laundromat, and there's really great themes about community and friendship and figuring out who you are, which I think is a really sweet spot for this age.
And I saw on the screen there, it's an award winner, too.
Yes.
So that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Well, Laura, thank you so much for coming in. This is great.
Yeah, thank you so
Truly
much.
appreciate it. And again, for everybody at home, these books are all shoppable there. You can scan the QR code right there on the screen. It'll take you to goodmorningamerica.com to get these books, and you can learn more about LINK. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.